The world's been through a huge transition. The ways we connect and live out our purpose have shifted. Stress and burnout is prevalent, and taking care of oneself seems like a someday thing. Retired Navy SEAL Commander Jon Macaskill and Dr. Theresa Larson, founder of Movement RX, know all too well the feelings of chaos, stress, and burnout. They've found ways to break through the noise, to create calm in their everyday life, both personally and professionally. Together with their team of support coaches, they have created a 21-day mindfulness experience that puts them side by side with you to help you live more connected with purpose, right here, right now, because that's where life is truly happening.
All right,
Awesome.
Here we are.
That was it. I love that intro. Welcome everyone to this information session on the 21-day mindfulness experience that myself, Dr. Theresa Larson, and Jon Macaskill are going to be leading you through. I know that this is streaming on various platforms. We've got LinkedIn, we've got Facebook pages, Movement RX, Adaptive Strength and Conditioning, my own personal one, Jon's. So this is exciting. We want to share this with our community, and it's probably the one experience that we've created that I'm the most excited about, actually. Like it's near and dear to my heart. And while we kind of do these intros, and as people start to come on, I'd love to get an idea of what resonates the most with you in terms of this, when you saw Mindfulness Experience, you know, this PT and this retired SEAL leading it, like what came to mind for you? What got you excited about it? What questions do you have? So while you guys are all thinking of that, I want to talk a little bit about mindfulness is so important to me. I'm obviously a doctor of physical therapy, so this isn't my trade. This isn't my profession. I don't teach mindfulness meditation for a living. However, this experience this type of practice has changed my life, and which is why I wanted to team up with Jon. So I am the founder of Movement RX with my husband, Per Larson, who runs everything behind the scenes here. And he's actually in the other room. This is Skelly, awkwardly standing in the background. But I'm a former Marine Corps officer. I played a year of professional softball in Italy, and I'd struggled with my own mental health conditions that I got help for. But it wasn't until mindfulness meditation was exposed to me through a biofeedback therapist that it really, I started to take it on in my life. And this was about 6 years ago. Already a PT, already had gone through a ton of talk therapy, had recently lost my own father, and needed some tools to actually help me feel emotionally freer than just talking about stuff. And I kind of I thought meditation, like, that's not for me. My mind is going all over the place. Like, I'm not going to meditate. Like, how am I ever going to do that? It seems so hard. And yeah, it is hard, but it is so worth it, especially when you learn from someone who gets it and knows it well. And so I learned the practice. I've been doing the practice. It's made a huge difference on my life. And what I do know and what I'm an expert in is the movement side, the physiological shifts side of what happens when you do mindfulness practice of any sort. So meditation, mindful eating, mindful movement, like on the physiological aspect of that, I know the changes, and they are extremely powerful. And Jon Macaskill, I met him a couple years ago and instantly knew that this was a man I wanted to team with to bring this practice to light in this movement world that I'm in. So Jon, I'll kick it over to you.
Hey, thanks, Dr. T. And always an honor to be here with you, and super excited about what we put together. Also super excited about the shirts we're wearing, the Be Awesome. So Joshua Peach, our friend, thank you for these. We thought, hey, since you are actually going to be one of the participants in the experience, that we would rock these shirts that you gave to us in your honor. So thank you for that. And we really appreciate it. And we get a giggle out of them every time we wear them. That said,
Yes.
So a little bit about me, Jon Macaskill. I retired from the Navy just last August, And I too had my own battles with mental health. I battled with stress and anxiety and depression, survivor's guilt from the battlefield. And through the years, I self-medicated with alcohol. I ended up getting official medication by prescription drugs, and those helped to a point in numbing some of the pain, in numbing some of the stress and the anxiety and some of the depression. But it also numbed any kind of fulfillment, any type of enjoyment that I was experiencing, and caused me to have some really dark thoughts. And I think that there are still times and places for those medications. Absolutely. If you are in a place where you need that, you absolutely should be on that. But I also feel that meditation and mindfulness, once I got introduced to them, when I was starting to go down those dark paths, those dark thoughts, they saved my life. They changed and saved my life. And now I want to bring mindfulness and meditation to as many people as will listen. And that said, I also do want to put out a disclaimer about this experience, in that it is a training experience and it is not a treatment of any sort. So if you are experiencing any type of acute mental health challenges, we do encourage you to seek help for that, in addition to potentially going through this challenge. This challenge is proactive. It's kind of like a preemptive attack on maintaining your mental health, maintaining and improving your mental health. But if you are already experiencing a mental health challenge, we do encourage you to seek professional help. That said, who is this mindfulness challenge for, or challenge, I want to say experience? The challenge is a part of it. There's a 21-day challenge built into the overall experience, but who is this experience for? It's really for those who are experiencing maybe burnout from working at home, or burnout just in general, multitaskers, those who think that they need to be doing 100 things at once. It's definitely for those, because this is going to help you to get focused. That's what meditation and mindfulness can do. It helps you to focus on the here and now. It could be for caregivers who may be experiencing burnout there. So in the COVID environment, the pandemic, I know that a lot of caregivers are struggling with stress and anxiety, so it could be potentially for them. For veterans or service members, so those who are still in the service, it could be for them. Again, as a training tool, as a preemptive work for maintaining and improving your mental health. So that's a little bit about it. What about what the whole mindfulness experience consists of? Dr. T, you want to cover the playbook and what it's going to look like, and then I'll get a little bit further into the nuts and bolts of the actual challenge.
Yes. So essentially, with the experience, it's a very involved experience, so you feel supported. It is a playbook on how to live mindfulness in your life. So it's not just the meditation. That is the skeleton, if you will, of the whole experience. It is the baseline of what we want you to do every day. But there will be, we are working on mindful eating, mindful movement, mindful ways of thinking. And those are going to be, there's going to be courses that are provided in this experience. So we've got a Facebook group, a Facebook group that will be engaging with people on who are just solely here for this experience, as well as our platform if you don't have Facebook. But the point is that when you start to live this more mindful way, when you start to apply mindfulness to your life, you start to let go of more negative emotions that don't serve you, and you start to add in more positive ones. And we're not saying we're trying to make you happy-go-lucky, positive 100% of the time. We're just trying to, there's a bug in here. Stay away. I'm just so aware that there's like a bug flying in front of my face. Anyway, we're trying to bring in more of the emotions that serve you, so you can help switch those around. And even with all of the therapy that I've done and even movement stuff, right, when I start to become more aware of what I'm eating and what I'm doing right in front of me, how I'm moving, how I'm with my kids, I am a happier person. And the research supports that. So this is a very involved 21-day experience that you can be as involved in as you want, or at a minimum, just put in the 10 minutes a day. And I would like you to raise your hand just in your own room, out of the secrecy of your own room. Like, do you got 10 minutes a day? Yes, I know you do.
And if you
Skelly,
don't,
raise your
you
hand.
probably need this even more. If you don't have 10 minutes in your day,
He does
then
too.
you're going to benefit
Yes.
from this.
So yeah, Jon, do you want to go through kind of like an agenda and schedule of events, and then I
Sure.
can go into like the 8 elements of the
Sure, absolutely. So,
experience.
yeah, as Theresa was mentioning there, if you feel that you don't have 10 minutes a day for this, then I even encourage you more so to take this challenge, because it's going to help you to focus on what's important and kind of push off some of the other stuff that's not important. So day one, as every challenge is set up, day one is going to be an introduction. It's going to introduce you to the science behind mindfulness and meditation, the physiology of what's actually happening in your brain. And then it will run you through a very simple meditation. All the meditations are pre-recorded. It's audio, music, and if you want to, you can look at a nice, pretty scene on the screen. But we encourage you to either close your eyes or soften your gaze as you're going through the meditation. But there is something nice to look at if you care to look at your screen. And it's not me. I'm not saying that it's me. It's not me on the screen to look at. But anyhow, it is my voice, so you will be listening to that. So I apologize in advance for that. So we'll go through, the intro. Day two, we're going to introduce what mindful meals and mindful eating looks like, and then get into letting go of your story, finding your breath, focusing on your breath as an anchor, being aware of the here and now, bringing awareness to your physical sensations as well as your emotions. We'll go through a walking meditation, a very simple walking meditation. Not all meditation has to be sitting down in the lotus position. We'll do a walking meditation so you can learn what that feels like and you can implement that in your day sometimes. We're going to be going through handling difficult situations, handling pain, letting go of depression, overcoming distraction. Equanimity is allowing things to be as they are in the here and now without trying to change them. Loving kindness, gratitude, and really all these positive things. We're going to be changing the negative ways of looking at things and working to introduce you to seeing things in a more positive light. So that's the 21-day challenge aspect of the experience, and the experience is the broader piece that Dr. T is going to get into here in a second. But that's what the challenge looks like. It's an introduction and then running through all those different aspects. One meditation a day, each day a new thing, and then on top of that, an encouragement to eat mindfully, and we'll get into that in the experience or in the challenge itself. So back over to you, Dr. T, to talk about the other aspects.
Yeah, thank you. And so as someone who struggled with an eating disorder, actually, the mindful eating is still a very important practice to me. And so I'm excited to be able to share this. Actually, we have a nutritionist on staff who will be sharing ways of eating mindfully and things to think about in terms of building immunity, and reading labels at the grocery store, not just grabbing and going, but like actually paying attention to what you're grabbing to feed yourself and your family. So this is an all-encompassing way of being. We, at the end of the 21 days, so we know that you'll be seeing a lot of things in a more positive light. We know that you'll be able to experience more gratitude for yourself and or for others. We know that you'll be able to have some skills to be able to put some painful, maybe potentially painful memories or uncomfortable memories, just keep them in the past. We discussed letting go of stories and kind of focusing on facts, which is a very proactive way of training the mind. You will experience more peace in your life and be more present in the moment. And we just know that after this, you'll have a group, a tribe of people who are on the same path as you and want to support you, and you have guides that really care. And that's a big part of this. So we know that those things are going to happen for you to some degree, right? However involved you are and however much you take that on is on you. We also know that People there's a million different workout programs out there online, right? And apps and things like that. And we know that you're going to be doing other workouts. We know that you're going to be you have maybe a Headspace app or one of the other Insight Timer. You're going to be doing guided meditations, maybe. That's okay. The point is to be involved in this experience and keep connected, have an anchor point. And that part of that anchor point is the people that are in that same experience with you too. So that's what's unique about this, is that we support the other work you're doing, because you're going to learn principles of how to do those things better, how to eat more mindfully, the nutrition program you may be on, how to move more mindfully in the workout program you're on, how to meditate with a little more equanimity and letting go of stories with the other meditations you like to do. So that's what's, I think, even for my team and for Jon, like the most exciting part about this is creating a tribe of people and a tribe of connection, because that's really what's missing right now in this blended environment. I think people we're more online than ever, but more disconnected than ever, because there's a lot of comparison of who's doing what. And this is a way to bring people together in an experience that's giving people a deep sense of rest and peace versus crush your soul with more weight or whatever it is, right? Not do more, but like do what you do, but do it better and more mindfully. It's a better way of being. So what I want to discuss now is the 8 elements that you get with this. And Jon, do you want to pull up the landing page?
Sure.
Real quick to share and scroll down.
Let me see if I can make this work. Try to work some magic here. Ideally, you guys are looking at the page here.
So this is the web page. And if you scroll almost to the bottom, there's the 8 elements. These are some of the companies we worked with. So this has been the Mindfulness and Movement RX has been a seminar we give to companies, and it's been very powerful. So this is why we're opening it up to the public now in the form of an experience. So go down a little bit more.
Trying to scroll down, but it looks, there we go, starting to catch up a little bit. Sorry.
There's the guides.
Probably trying to run too many things. There we go. Okay, there it is.
Perfect. Yeah, so this is an idea. When you go to the bottom, there's 8 elements to this experience. The first one is the workshop. So we're launching this May 12th at 11:30 Pacific Standard Time. And it is, that is a recorded, well, it's going to be live for those that can attend, but it'll be recorded for those who are signed up. So if you can't make that time, don't worry about it. It's 90 minutes. It's where we go over like what you're about to experience, the rules, getting to know the other people in this experience. This isn't a rolling sign up. So if you want to do it, sign up now because we launch only on May 12th and we take you through the 21 days. And that's it. There's not going to be people signing up after or weeks after. It's like before May 12th, because we want everyone to be doing the days together, creating this connection. So that's the first thing, that Movement RX workshop. Then the second one is self-assessment. So we have this 11-point movement, musculoskeletal and emotional assessment that we take you through. I guide you through it, day 2, and you get a link. You kind of test yourself with me. I guide you through it. You get a score, and you kind of understand where your body is at, how your neck is doing, how your thoracic, how your hips. You learn a lot about your body, and you have fun. So what's important is, having some objective data on where you're at right now, because we know you all want to be healthier, but to get to where you want to go, you got to know where you're at. And so this is what that pre-assessment is. And we also do that at the end. And it's a very powerful one. The next one is a 21-day. So you get the 21-day challenge, which is Jon's guided meditations, right? Where each day, 10 minutes or less, you're going to get a guided experience on a way of being in the world and just a vacation for the mind, right? Helping you work on that sense of pause in your life, sense of being present. It doesn't just happen. You got to practice it. So that's the challenge. Then we've got the weekly checkpoints. So Jon and I in the group, whether it's on just our platform or if you want to engage in the Facebook group too, Jon and I are doing checkpoints each week where we go in, we answer questions. We have a live session with us where we talk about the topics to come and some of the science and meaning behind it. And then we've also got these applied mindfulness sessions. So if you so 21 day challenge, we've got weekly checkpoints. So the weekly checkpoints are from Jon and I. And then element 5, so there's 8 elements, is applied mindfulness sessions. So this is where our Chef Nikki, comes in and teaches you about immunity, reading labels, mindful eating. This is where Dr. Megan comes in. She's actually going to teach mindful way of running. I know a lot of people like to run these days and move around. That's a form of exercise. So she's actually a pro runner and a doctor of physical therapy. So it's going to take you through a short mini session of how to do that in a more mindful way so you don't hurt. And then, of course, the 6th element is daily encouragement. We've got people in the group who are creating, asking questions, encouraging you with what's going on in your day and life. And we want you to be open to share as comfortable as you are. And at the end, so element 7, there's an award ceremony. We've got an award for the most committed, kind of the person that's kind of been the most engaging with us as the guides, as well as just, with other people, the encouragement they're offering other people, as well as someone who has the most change in their pre and post assessment. So more of that objective piece. And then the bonus is that we are offering for this group the fit and free classes that Movement Rx offers. And basically these fit and free classes are led by Lindsay and Ray. And these are things you can engage in and learn about how to do fun movements better. Squatting, handstand, push-ups if you want to do that. We've got a gymnast and Olympic weightlifter teaching these who are really passionate about fitness. So it's your time to come. They adapt movement really well. They scale movement really well. So it's your time to come and engage and get a sweat on in a more mindful way. So that are the 8, those are the 8 elements. We also have the last part of that is that Dr. Megan will be offering a Q&A session just for you to ask questions about any kind of pain issues you have going on. Right? We are professionals in the musculoskeletal health arena. So if there's any aches and pains you got going on with any sort of thing in your body, bring those to the table for us and help us figure out how to help you or refer you to the right person who can. So with that being said, if there's any questions, please put them in the chat. But all of those 8 elements is $97, right? The value is worth a lot more, but it's $97. It's a drop in the bucket. And there's limited spots. So if you're interested, sign up now, sign up a friend that you know needs it. But we would love to start this journey with you starting May 12th. And I believe the website is right there underneath our name that you can click on. So, Jon, anything else?
I posted it in the comments too. So if you need to just go click on it, it's right there in the comments on Facebook and on YouTube. For some reason, I don't think this is actually broadcasting to LinkedIn for some reason, but we will get it on LinkedIn later. So those who were looking for it on LinkedIn, we'll get it there for you later. But yeah, that's a wrap. I think you've covered everything really well there, Theresa. Thank you. And that website, you just go there. It covers a lot of what we've covered already today. And then we are happy to answer any questions that you may have during that opening seminar on May 12th or prior to. If you have questions now, you can always just hit us on social media in the comments on this or in direct messages. And we're on all the different social media platforms, and we're happy to answer those questions. So
yes.
Yeah, we're very much looking forward to going through this experience with you. And we definitely would love it if you join us and if you share it with your friends, family, or anyone else that you think may benefit from it. So that's all I've got from my end. Dr. T, back over to you.
Awesome. That's it. We look forward to seeing you. Sign up, share, and we'll see you on May 12th, if not before.
All right. That's right. All right. Well, take care, everyone. And Dr. T, just hang tight for a second and we'll chat after the stream. All right.